Okay, Valentine's Day, Meg, is like, I think my favorite. I don't know if it's because it's red or because of the hearts, because I collect heart rocks.
Because you love the
Because
color.
I love anything to do with love.
Yes.
And so I love baking and giving cookies and anything away. And this cookie is called our house favorite Valentine's Linzer cookie. So,
There are Valentine's Day Linzer cookies is what we're making here today.
well, yes. So,
Yes. But they are a house favorite because growing up we used to always give these to all of our teachers for gifts just around the holiday.
during school, administrators,
Yeah.
the mailman, anyone.
Just telling anyone that we love you with a heart-shaped cookie.
Okay, so
Tell them what I'm doing.
okay, so you're gonna put in a full cup of butter,
So that's 2 sticks.
2 sticks of butter, and then we're gonna add 2/3 cup of the sugar with the butter, and we're gonna just we're just going to
Organic
cream
cane
it.
sugar.
Yep. And all right, you can just dump that in, Meg. That's fine because it's just going to be whisked in.
Mixed in
All
together.
right, and notice cherry, fire engine, candy, apple, red,
We're stirring this.
KitchenAid. I love this thing. You can do it a little bit higher because we're going to cream it. Okay, so while that's creaming,
Mixing the butter with sugar together evenly.
I'm going to go ahead and add about
A teaspoon.
teaspoon of vanilla.
1 full teaspoon of vanilla.
Okay.
This looks pretty creamed together.
It does. It doesn't take very long to do it.
Turn it off.
Turn it off. And then just wipe down the sides. And while you're just bringing all of the butter and the sugar into the middle, I'm going to show you something that if you don't cream the sugar and the butter together at the same time, this is what happens to your cookies. So this was
You
an
can
oops.
see.
I was trying to make a shortcut and put the sugar in with the flour. Doesn't work.
Gotta do
Okay.
this step.
So we make mistakes too.
Yes, we do.
So, but it's all good. So now while Megan's taking that down, what I'm doing is I've got 2 cups of the flour that I'm gonna pour in a bowl. And then I'm gonna take 1 1/3 cup of very finely ground pecans. And so what I did, here Meg, take this. I can just maybe, let's see, a little spoon.
Gonna use my hands.
I'm gonna just, I'm just gonna mix this up a little bit. All right, Meg loves using those hands, don't you, babe? All right,
Kinda.
so the pecans, what we used is this 1 8-ounce bag of chopped pecans, and we just ground it up in our little mixer, and it actually made exactly the amount that we needed, 1 1/3 cups.
Perfect. Okay, so now that the flour and pecans are all mixed together.
Right, so just turn it on, slow stir. It's okay, you can rub that on. You don't want to dump all of the pecan flour mixture in at once. You want to slowly now incorporate it into the creamed butter and sugar. Okay, I'm going to try not to make a loud noise here.
Should I turn it up a little bit?
No, you're just stirring it. That's the beauty
Very
of this
low.
KitchenAid, is that it actually does a stirring. And with baking, you don't want to overmix. You don't want to overstir. You're just incorporating it.
Yes.
And so if you don't have one of these bad boys,
You can use a hand.
you can cream the butter and the sugar
cream the butter with
together.
a hand. Or stir them together on your own.
No, you definitely have to cream the butter and the sugar. This
No,
we
I know, but
learned.
adding
Here, I'm gonna add this
this.
little bit in. Yeah, slowly. And then that's all good. All right, so now this is good. It's all incorporated. And
Is
we're
it?
good. Yeah, it is, because
Okay.
all you're doing is mixing it together.
So then we're gonna take all this.
Here I have actually a little bit more, Meg. And with baking, you want to make sure that you have everything in it that's required.
So,
Okay.
and since we failed with this once, we didn't necessarily fail, just
No. With that one, we definitely failed.
we're just gonna mix it up a little bit more.
Just one more. Yeah, just mix it one more. All right, that's good. All right, take it out. And then
Perfect.
we're just going to take this like so. And then I'm gonna put this on your butter thing, Meg, so I don't make a mess with you.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna set it down there.
I don't want all this.
We will eventually.
We want it all.
Megan doesn't like to waste a thing. And so now all I'm doing is I'm taking and I'm using my hand, and there's some dry spots down there. I'm going to take something that I can get all the dryness off.
And just really make sure it's all incorporated together.
In. Okay, and then what we do is we take it and I'm going to put it on top of a parchment paper. Okay, here, Meg, you want to hold this for me?
Stick to.
Right.
Yes.
And we're just going to take it all out, even the crumbles, because watch what happens when I take these crumbles.
We're gonna pack it all together. Oh my goodness,
Right.
Mom, get it all in there.
Okay, I'm not wasting a thing.
Yes, get it all.
Okay, so now I've got this nice round dough.
Love them.
And what you can do at this point, you can totally take it and split it into 2 dough balls, or you can just leave it as one, all right? And what I'm gonna do is just take it, whoops, Megan's not wasting anything here. And I'm
We need it all.
I'm gonna take it, Meg, why don't you help me here? Open
Yes.
this bag. And then we're gonna put it in our bag and we're gonna refrigerate it for a minimum of 1 hour, okay? So,
And that's to just make sure that
well, it just has to salt.
to be chilled.
It has to be chilled. So now what I have here is one that's been chilled, one that we've already done, and it's one that I actually cut in half already. So you'll see now, feel this, Meg. Okay, what's it? It's like hard.
but not like rock solid. It's tough.
You can make this the day before and make them fresh in the morning. You just pull them out of the refrigerator. So the best flour that we found cup for cup is this Pamela's Artisan Flour.
Yeah, there's very light.
And when making these
Featherweight.
cookies, they're very sticky. So what you want to do is you want to well flour your board, okay? And we're going to roll them out, so have a rolling pin, okay?
Flour the rolling pin.
Definitely
too.
flour it. And then,
Gonna plunk it down.
yep, and then what I'm going to do is just use my body weight and just smash it down. And I'm trying to make it into a nice circle. Okay. Meg, you know what? Let's pour a little bit of the flour in here.
And I'll add a little bit.
Just because it's like extra, so if everything gets a little sticky, we have it. We have it for our
Not on
cookie
the top.
cutters.
Now?
Yeah, you can sprinkle a little bit on the top. Okay. And then what we're going to do right now is we're just going to roll it out. You might want to move that a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Now this should end up being about a 1/2 inch to a 1/4 inch.
Thick. So what you're trying to do is you're gonna roll this dough out until you get just a very thin layer of it before we
Yeah, thickness.
cookie cutter.
Right, so the cookie cutters, Meg, you can get cookie cutters at most kitchen stores. You can get them at Sur La Table, you can order them online.
Ordering online is probably, I think, the best. You can find the most sizes and shapes because we love these little ones and other smaller ones.
I have to tell you, every year, I love all the different things that Sur La Table or Williams-Sonoma has to offer during the holidays, like those cute little trinkets for each, representing each one. So you can see it gets a little
festive.
sticky. Yeah, it gets a little sticky,
Oh,
Meg.
so this is what I'm.
Yeah.
My job.
Here, put it on the rolling pin. Okay.
So if you don't have a helper, you can just keep.
I just put a little pile
Flour.
right here, and yeah. So now what I'm gonna do, whoopsie, see, you just really wanna make sure it's very sticky dough. Okay, this is good. About a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, because what we're making is a top and a bottom of these cookies. So this looks really good. We've got all of this rolled out nice and uniform. Feels really good. Kind of feels like a Play-Doh, so it's great.
Yeah, it's a lot softer now that we've worked with it a bit.
Oh, absolutely. So now what we're gonna do,
So did you see she put the cookie cutter into the flour so that way it doesn't stick to it?
right, so you have a large one and a little one because you'll do 2 per cookie. So I'll make a bottom cut, and then I'm going to you're gonna see in a second, in the top one, I cut out the top. So let me show you. So
like a little peekaboo.
yeah, so Meg, I'd love you to go ahead and do it. Yeah, you're gonna do that, and you flip-flop it in all the different directions. So now you're gonna turn it, because then you wanna get more bang out of your buck and how you're actually, there's like a method to the madness of when you're cookie cuttering it
Need
out.
a little bit more of this in here.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'm gonna do. Hope I went the right way.
It doesn't matter. It's just, you know, so you don't have to roll the dough so much. Because the more you roll the dough, it gets a little dry and kind of too flaky. So that's great. So now what we're gonna do, and you wanna also make sure that your spatula or whatever you're using for the cookie.
Everything is nicely floured.
Right. So then we're just going to lift this up. And we're going to take this tray.
We already have.
Will you please move the rolling pin for me? Just a second. And then we're going to place it on our cookie sheet right here in front of us. And we're going to continue to do that. All right, so our last one is here.
All of the cookies are on the cookie sheet. And these are the bottoms.
Well, they're the bottoms and the top. So there's an even number, okay? And so now what we're gonna do is,
this is I gotta go
so
through.
there's how many cookies? You have 1 cookie,
6.
2 cookie, 3 cookie, because remember it's a top and a bottom.
Okay, okay, we have 3.
So what I look for is I look for the one for the top that's the thinnest, and I save the thicker ones for the bottom just because.
No particular reason.
Yeah, and now we're taking the little guy
And cutting out a little hole.
and you wanna save all those little inside parts of the cookies because,
So how do you get it out?
well, actually when you, there you go. But when you actually, so try this one right there.
And you don't want me to put the flour
When you
on
push it, well, yeah. So wait, go back for a second. So what you want to do to pull it out is if you lift it like that.
Tricks, learning the tricks.
So we're gonna take this and we're gonna put it in a 375 degree oven.
That's been preheating.
Now again, it's up to your oven, but it takes anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes, and that you just want them to be golden. All right. So I'm gonna put this in the oven right now.
Perfect. So the cookies have been cooking for 12 minutes in our 375 degree oven.
Yeah, and so now these have cooled, and you want them to cool completely, all right? And so look, they're just so pretty.
And they're very delicate cookies.
They are, so you want to very carefully lift them up.
So
and
the whole ones, which are going to be the bottoms, are getting put onto the plate.
That's right. Notice it's a beautiful red plate.
Cracked.
It's okay, because the jam will hold it together. So you put your bottom ones on the bottom of the plate.
Good to know. So if one does crack, your jam will hold it together.
Right. And then I have this little setup here where it's a tray and then a little rack. And then I'll show you in a second what we're gonna do here. This is the part that you have to be really careful with. But again, don't worry because you won't see any kind of cracks, you know, if it happens, all right?
Because you have the jam.
And then of course you have your little baby guys. Don't forget the little baby inside hearts that go on the plate, okay? And then now what we're gonna do, you have 2 last ingredients. You have raspberry jam and you have powdered sugar.
And you could use any red jam if you want to use strawberry, cherry,
whatever that's red that you happen to like. So you put like a nice generous spoonful
blob
on all of them. You're funny. And we're just going to spread it around. Okay, so Meg, I'm gonna let you finish this.
Yep.
Okay, and then while you're finishing that, I am going to
powdered sugar the tops.
Powder the top. So you just take it and powder the top. And then you really see the heart in the middle of the cookie.
Yes, the cutout.
Oh man. This is such a feel-good. And
it's such a feel-good, and it's gonna taste good too.
well, it's such a feel-good to give these kind of cookies to your friends because everyone loves them. It's a very special cookie. So then again, you're gonna very carefully take it and we're going to put it on the top of your cookie.
You can see the little jam peeking through.
Okay, I have to turn it around.
I'm sorry, I'm being a bad helper.
No, you're a great helper, Megs. And then the last one, and I have to turn it all the way around. And then,
Beautiful.
oh my goodness. So, how much does this show someone you love them when you go to the extent of baking this beautiful cookie for your friends, your family?
Whoever, for your loved one, for Valentine's Day, your
So-
significant other.
Happy Valentine's Day, Megs.
Yes, so to get the whole recipe, you can go to currygirlskitchen.com, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, where we're constantly uploading delicious recipes just like this. So we hope you have a very love-filled Valentine's Day.
Oh, happy Valentine's Day, Meg. Okay, I'm gonna take a bite of this baby right now. Okay, Megs. Oh my God.
So good.
Mmm.